Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodash. Double honors to my teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Green Millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word with truth and sincerity. And your few Akwith as well, that's listening with sincerity. Alright, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I'm just going to make a real quick lesson, alright, on how that Israel, alright, being the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, today, all right, were once, okay, the standard of beauty of the whole earth, man. Okay, we were once upon a time, all right, the nations looked unto us as the standard of beauty, right? But since what we then followed the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, we fell from that state. Okay, matter of fact, let's get this in Lamentations. Lamentations 5, okay, and verse, bear with me for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna read verse 16. It says, Lamentations 5 and 16, it says, "The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned." Yes, the crown fell off our heads. What? Because we've sinned. Okay? And what's sin? What's sin according to the scriptures? Let's get that real quick. In the book of 1 John, all right, 4 and verse 3. Right? What's sin? Right? It says, I think it's 3 and 4, Salak. Yeah. 1 John 3 and 4, it says, Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Okay? So sin, what? Is the transgression of the law. Right? The law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. Okay, and the Lord gave us those laws, statutes, and commandments as what? As our wisdom and understanding and the sight of the nations. Okay? Therefore, that being what? Our beauty. Okay, the law, statutes, and commandments. When we're following it, right? We get benefits. The Lord gives us benefits when we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this real quick, then I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 28. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5. And it reads, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding and the sight of the nations, which shall hear of these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for." You see, when we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right? These nations, they're, how you say that's in awe, all right? When they see us following the laws, man, they're in awe. Because what? When we follow the laws, what? It brings forth peace, or throughout our nation, man. Everybody prospers. Okay, because within the laws, there's laws that benefit, the homeless, okay, the fatherless. Okay, it covers all aspects of life, man. Okay, hey, that's why, hey, matter of fact, let's get that in Ecclesiasticus, because I said it covers all aspects of life. Because really, when we keep the laws, man, it only brings forth life, right? Let's get that in Ecclesiasticus 19, okay, and verse 19, and it says, "The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality." You see, the knowledge of the commandments, what? Is the doctrine of life. Okay? When we keep the laws, man, it brings forth life, man. All like unison, peace, quietness. Okay? That's why when the nations will see us in our beauty, all right? Like an example, during the reign of King Solomon, all right, when he built the temple unto the Lord, okay, when all the people were prospering, were doing good, right? The nations, they saw that, man. They were in awe, okay? To the point that what? Queen Bathsheba, she came to inquire of the wisdom of Solomon, man. Right? When she pulled up, hey, she thought the doorkeeper or the door porter was King Solomon. Because what? The door porter was decked out, man. Right? Gold everywhere, big drip, okay? She must take the door porter for King Solomon. Imagine that, man. A door porter, man. Okay, to give you a visual representation, you could think of as in today, it's like a security guard, you know? them security guards that be, holding posts, to a, I don't know, the presidents, right? They have security guards all around them, right? They're wearing the suits, with, all black with the ear pierce. I mean, the ear, how you say that, the walkie-talkie thing, you know? But back then, hey, it was, King Solomon's bodyguards, or we door porters, all his servants, they were dripped out, they were decked out, man. Because what? The laws were in place, okay? All right, people were following the laws, man. Okay, it was a peaceful reign for 40 years. You see? Because life first was springing forth. All right, that's why, hey, we were the standard of beauty back then, man. Okay, even going all the way to the, the time of Adam, right? The book of Ezekiel, I think around like the 20 or 18 chapter, it speaks about how the other trees were jealous, all right, at Adam, man. Okay? But the point being is that, hey, we were once the standard of beauty back then, man. Because what? We're doing the laws. Okay? And when we follow the laws, there's benefits, like I stated earlier, right? So let's get this in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, to observe and do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." Okay, above all nations, man. When we follow the laws, we're above all nations. That's why, once again, during the reign of King Solomon, all nations were subject, okay, until King Solomon, man. They were bringing, goods unto King Solomon, right? Once again, that was only a glimpse of the kingdom, man. Because in the kingdom, hey, these nations are gonna be. It says how that our gates gonna be open continually. That the forces of the Gentiles may come in. Okay, because what? We're going to be above these nations, man. Because what? We're going to be following the laws to a T. Because what? They're going to be in our inward parts. They're going to be in our minds. Okay? Verse 2, it says, "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power." See, all the blessings are going to overtake us, man, engulfed us. To the point that, it says in Isaiah, to the point that, let me see if I can find that precept real quick. Okay? I think it's Isaiah 65. Is it 66? Bear with me for a minute. Yes, to the point that, right? Let's read this. Isaiah 65 and 24. It says, "It shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear." Okay, to the point that, man, when you think about getting something, man, the Lord is already going to have it ready for you, man. Okay? You think like, yo, you want to eat some mangoes? Yo, the mango's going to be right there. All right? That's how much of that, what, the blessings going to be, are going to engulf us, man. We're going to overtake us. Right? Before you think, man, before you think of something that you want, bro, it's going to be there, man. That's the spirit. All right? You know how, like, right now, you might be, going to a particular situation. Let's say, you in a bind, right? I don't know, your car breaks down, or, something happens. Something that, you can't, you didn't expect to happen. And then out of nowhere, yo, the solution just comes. Before you even went to pray for it and ask the Lord, yo, Baba Koshalo, deliver me. Yo, my car broke down. Yo, I needed some new tires. And then boom, something happens. Yo, somebody pulls up. Yo, I got these free tires here. Yo, that's the spirit. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom, man. All right, whatever you need. All right, whatever that you want, bro, before you think of it, the Lord's going to have it prepped, ready for you, man. That's how much that what the blessings are going to overtake us. All right, as it says in Deuteronomy 28. You see, I'm gonna read that again. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 2. It says, "And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power," man. Okay, and if you continue on reading all the way to 15, all right, it gives a list, all right, of the blessings, man. Okay, that's how, hey, we were, hey, that standard of beauty, man. Once again, we're that standard of beauty back then, man. All right, but since we decided, since we we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, the crown is falling off our heads. Okay, we transgressed the laws, we sinned. Right? Let's get this, and then now, okay, these nations, what they're looking at us. and mocking us by saying, yo, this, let's read it. Okay, this is Lamentations 2 and verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All right, and Jerusalem, it's a people before it's a place. So these other nations, they're looking at our people, all right, and bro, look at the state of our people right now, man. Okay, they're completely through, all right, especially our women. Okay, butt naked, we're all loud, bald headed. Okay, you know, our men, pants sagging, drug dealers, killing each other, and these other nations, they're seeing this, man. And what they're mocking us, saying, yo, this is the perfection of beauty. These are the people of the Bible. These are the people when King Solomon was ruling, they were decked out. These are the people? Nah. Because what? Hey, the Lord has abased us really low, man. He has done to us what has not been done to any nation, man. As it says in the book of Daniel. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that right after this. Okay? But what? They're mocking us, man. This is a mockery right here, man. Okay? And when you actually look at these other nations, when you actually analyze and see how they treat Jake, it's really as this precept is saying, man. Well, let's continue on. It says, verse 16, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. Okay, because these other nations, they've been looking for us to fall down, man. Okay? As it says in Revelation 11, these two prophets that tormented them, right? Referring to the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. All right? Because once we're following the laws, hey, these other nations, they're subject unto us, or subjutaries. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. They're subject unto us. Okay? As it says, we read in Deuteronomy 28 and 1, right? When we follow the laws, all nations, we're going to be above all nations. Okay? Hey, even to the point when the kingdom is established, man, hey, really, that's when they're going to be tormented, man. Right? That 1,000 years that, where we're going to punish these nations for what they have done unto us. Okay? What they have done to the Lord's chosen people. Okay? Because they touched the apple of the Lord's eye, right? In Zechariah 1:15, it tells you how the Lord was a bit, a little displeased, yet they had forward the affliction, referring to these heathens. So during those 1,000 years, man, they're really, really gonna be tormented, man. Then after that, they're gonna, get they're gonna get eased off a little bit. They could go, live their lives and enjoy, the planet Earth, man. Okay. But what? Right now they're scoffing and mocking at the chosen people of the Lord, man. Okay. Because what? Hey, that crown has fallen off her head. Okay? We transgressed the laws. Therefore, now what? Unto us belongeth, as it says, unto us belongeth confusion of faces. What? Meaning shame, man. You see? Unto us belongeth shame, because what? We didn't follow the laws. Okay? And now the Lord has abased us. Okay? Now let's get this in Daniel 9. Alright? And verse, let's start at 7. Alright? It says, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Judah, to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have transgressed against thee. Okay, so everybody, okay, all the nation of Israel, okay, belongeth confusion of faces, man, pertaining to what? Shame. Because what? We didn't follow the laws, therefore what? The Lord put these curses upon us, man, to the point that these nations, they're looking at our nakedness. Okay? Verse 8, it says, O Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to us belongeth confusion of faces, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. And we got the definition of sin, meaning what? When you transgress the laws, that's sin. Okay? And that's what we have done. All right? Matter of fact, I want to get this in Baruch, because in Baruch it tells you, word for word that the confusion of faces is referring to shame. I think it's in Baruch 2. Bear with me for a minute. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's just type in shame real quick. I know it's in Baruch 2. Old Testament. Oh, this is Apocrypha. Okay, let's see here. There we are. It's Baruch 2 and verse 6. And it says, to the Lord our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, appertaineth righteousness, but unto us and to our fathers open shame, as appeareth this day. For all these plagues are come upon us, which the Lord hath pronounced against us. Yet have we not prayed before the Lord Yahweh Yahushai, that we might turn everyone from their imaginations of his wicked heart. But the point being is that what? Confusion of faces is referring to shame. It's the same thing, it's just giving you the breakdown of it. Because if you go to the previous chapter of Baruch, it says confusion of faces. You see right here in verse 15, Baruch 1 and verse 15, it says, and ye shall say, to the Lord Yahweh Shai belongeth righteousness, but unto us confusion and faces, as is come to pass this day, unto them of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to our kings, and to our princes, and to our priests, and to our prophets, and to our fathers, for we have sinned before the Lord. Once again, shame. Okay, because the Lord poured these curses upon us, and now what? These nations are looking at our nakedness. And once again, back in the ancient world, when a woman would show her nakedness, that would be shame. Even if her ankle showed, that's shame right there, man. But now, we're in a society of a shameless society, to the point, these women don't give a fuck if their ankle's showing, man. Matter of fact, they be wearing ankle socks. All right? Booty shorts, showing, the half of their asses out, showing their cleavage, their belly piercings. This is a shameless society, man. But back then, if you would take one of these women here today and put them in the ancient world, man, they would have got stoned like this, man. Like this. And the snap of a finger, they would have been stoned, man. Okay, because that would have been great shame, man. But once again, we're in a shameless society, right? Okay? But we got the point of that. A confusion of faces is what? Referring to shame. Right? So let's go back to Daniel. Okay? Which, you could go read, the book of Baruch, from 1 to 2. It breaks it down. It goes deep into it, about the confusion of faces. But back to Daniel's 9. and verse 8, it says, O Lord, unto us belongeth confusion of faces, referring to shame, right? Because what we read in Lamentations 2 and 15, right? These nations, they're looking at us right now. They're looking at our shame, okay? They're saying, this is what men call the perfection of beauty, right? Because we're not following the laws, okay? To our kings and to our princes and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. And this is basically the same thing, that, we read in Baruch 1, and 2. Okay, it's basically the same thing. Okay? It's just, the prophets, were saying in their own way. Mass majority of the time, all these prophecies it's the same things, Like let me give an example here. The different prophets, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all the prophets, man, when they saw the downfall of Babylon, right, they all said it, in different ways, but it was all the same thing. Okay, just like today, you have a particular brother that teaches this way, another brother teaches that way, but we're all preaching the same thing, just in our own spirit. Okay, it's not a robotic thing here. Everybody's gonna be the same spirit. Each brother, they have their different spirit. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But verse 9, it says, to the Lord our power belongeth mercies and forgiveness, for we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power, to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, because we have sinned against them. You see, all Israel transgressed the laws. Therefore, what? The curses from Deuteronomy 15 on down is poured upon us, man. Okay? It's poured upon us, and then now, hey, shame. Shame, man. That's our shame. When we don't follow the laws, it brings us shame. Okay? Because that means, hey, the curses are going to be on us now. Okay? To the point that our enemy is going to be ruling over us. That's why he said in Lamentations 2, that's the day that they looked for. The day that what? We fallen from glory, man, to the day that the crown fell off our head. Okay? Verse 12, and he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our kings that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. And no other nation has gone through what Israel has gone through, man. We went from captivity to captivity, man. Okay, every nation had a hand, you know, in bringing Israel captive, man. Okay, every nation. That's why in these last days, when the Lord's gonna come, all right, to get the planet Earth, which is His, all right, what? He's gonna have to plead for His people, right? Hey, Joel 3, it speaks about the reason why the Lord's gonna be gathering all these other nations, man. Because of what? What they have done unto Jerusalem, what they have done to the Lord's chosen people. Okay, you don't just touch the Lord's chosen people and and just get to ride off in the sunset, man. Okay, matter of fact, it tells you it's a righteous thing with the Lord to recompense them that trouble us, man. And best believe these nations, they're gonna get their recompense, man. Okay? This is 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Okay? It's a righteous thing with the Lord, man. Okay? The destruction that the Lord is about to bring, all right? But actually, let me focus. The World War III, okay, that the Lord is about to bring, because it says He mustereth the hosts to the battle, all right? The Lord is justified for doing that, man. Okay? Because there's receipts of what these other nations, they have done unto us, man. There's receipts, man. The Lord has receipts in the heavens, man. Okay? The different slave trades, all right? Even to this day, we're captive, as it says in Jeremiah 50 and 33, man. They refuse to let us go. Okay? And the Lord, hey, He's going to bring recompense upon their heads, man. Alright? But hey, that was the point, man. I'm going to close it off there. Alright? Hey, we were once the standard of beauty, man. When we were keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, alright, these other nations, they were in awe. Alright? Seeing how we prospered. How all our people was good. Nobody was, doing bad as a comparison today. Okay? Hey, even to the point, hey, when the kingdom is established, there's not going to be one poor Israelite, man. All right? When the kingdom is here, not one poor Israelite. Okay? It says the feeble among you shall be as David. All right? And King David, hey, he was a king. King David, right? He had subjects, right? Come on, man. We're gonna be on top when the kingdom is established, man. Okay? But hey, once again, I'm gonna close it off here by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Alright, until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.